We are back once again, and one more episode of Golden Bold, March 19th. What is it, episode 9 now?
Believe so.
I'm not even sure, but it's me, Nathan Pagliaroli, your host of Golden Bold, alongside another familiar face, Tanner. Feels like every other week we're seeing Tanner.
I know it's been a bunch of times now. First off, let me go on record. Ottawa GGs, your women's hockey team. I am very sorry. I was not familiar with your game. Didn't think it was going to go like that, but congrats to you guys.
It was, every time I was calling a game and I saw Ottawa score the game winner in overtime in game 3, I was like, damn, Tanner, what have we done to us? It was, an unfortunate end for the season. Guelph went on to beat Ottawa in the finals for the OUA. Both teams going to the Nationals. Unfortunate end. Sarah Howell, second team All-Canada, though.
She got her recognition. Sucks we couldn't get it done. That really sucks. But next season, I promise if I come on the podcast again, I will not be talking smack about any opponents of the Laurier Golden Hawks.
No, I think you're cut off. I think every time there's women's hockey in season, you might be banned from the podcast next year. Just to ensure nothing slips out.
I'm just not going to say anything. Just mute my mic.
Yeah, I'm just going to take away your mic privileges. Just give it all to Frankie and Mateo when they're on the pod. Because they seem to not dog on the opponent before the games happen.
Yeah, that was my bad. But we have next season. We still have some good goaltending and some good players. I think we'll be ready to bounce back.
Oh, yeah. We just took York's best point score, I believe. It was only 13 points on a not-so-great York team. But nonetheless, there's stuff to build on. And just to move around, things to build on. Laurier men's football team, or just football team, actually.
Yeah.
Cal Withers, not with us anymore, not in the great state of Waterloo. He moves down to Maryland. He's a Terp now, battling for the quarterback one position there. And it just feels like the hits keep on coming for the Golden Hawks football team. First goes Faulds, then goes Withers. Where do we go next?
It's a good question. Like, we were saying this a lot last season where our quarterback, obviously Taylor Elgersma, gone. So we needed to find a replacement. We got Cal Withers, but at this point in the year, especially with who's available, I don't think we're going to be getting a D1 level quarterback again. Maybe someone from the system like here that will commit might shine out in the summer, but it's not looking too good for next season.
It is not looking good at all. It just feels like you're watching a dynasty just crumble in front of you. And there's nothing you can do about it either. You're missing now top talent wide receivers. Like last season, you lost Elgersma, but you still have the majority of the core. You had your high octane receivers. You had your talent in the trenches. You had your defense. I felt like, you get a D1 quarterback. Great. Phenomenal. We can still compete. Now this year, you don't got your coach. You don't got your quarterback. You don't got your talent. You're being gutted, and the adversity this team will have to face now coming next season. It's going to be a challenge. It's an upward facing battle. That's none to say the less. And I think quickly in the OUA, it's now Western's division once again. Unfortunately, we hate to see that.
After they steal our head coach,
it was a team that was already good. You could say it was in the 1A. It was the 1A, 1B between Laurier Western until that fateful day in Western where they had their doors blown off. I don't think we're going to see a team like that where you can leave at halftime and then it's a blowout already. Like, we're not going to get that team again, but will we get a team similar to that? Probably not. It's going to be, I fear it's going to be a 5-3 style, hover around 500.
I was going to say this is going to be one of the worst seasons we've seen from the Golden Hawks in a while, just because I don't know where to start for us to be excited for.
There's not much. There honestly isn't much to be that excited for, because we're like, where you want to look, maybe there's some young guys. Maybe they're going to go to the intramural flag football games. Scout out the arm talent there, maybe. I've seen some guys that's going to rip it. But it's just, I'm looking at the team, and you can't rebuild in the draft. There's no draft to get. It's college football. You can't look at a draft and be like, yep, maybe there's some talent there. There's no. Like, the recruiting class, every time that I see recruiting, I'm just like, this guy's a bit undersized.
Yeah.
These guys are a little ways away from playing in the OUA, starting the OUA. who's going to be the guy to step up? I'm not sure, but I still don't think this team is totally cooked. Like, I don't think this team's missing the playoffs. I don't think this team's missing the playoffs.
I hope not.
There's still enough structure. There's still enough talent because it's still the Laurier Golden Hawks. There's still some prestige to that name where I'm not going to see, hey, we're not going to regress and lose 8 games next season. That's just not going to happen. But I can certainly see a 5-3, 6-2 style team.
Yeah, I think it's more just concerned with we lost our head coach, a guy who's been here for a bit, and now you're bringing in a whole bunch of new personnel. They even posted on their Instagram looking for assistant head coaches.
I applied for that.
But like, especially if we have you in there, like it's not going to be going too good.
If I get in there, this team's never winning a game. If I'm in that locker room, which I applied, sent in my resume. Just sent in my resume, my details. I think I have I don't. They didn't give me a receipt for that. But I applied.
I sent in my Madden franchise highlights.
I'll show
what I can do.
Show my tape. Guys, this is the guy you want. And no, those are jokes. If they hit me back, I won. Like, if we come to a time in a few episodes and I'm on the podcast saying, "Hey guys, I'm the assistant coach of the Laurier football team." You know the state of the Laurier football team if that happens.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a ride. I'm excited to see it next year. Like, it's been a while without football, college football, and I'm kind of miss it. I really do miss it.
It's just a fun atmosphere.
The atmosphere is fun. I wish there was sometimes more people, especially like when you know the outcome of the game already.
Were you there at the Yates Cup?
The Yates Cup last year?
Yeah.
No, I wasn't. I was a bit too youngin' for that. Maybe a bit too away from it all, but I wasn't there. Unfortunately, it's just unfortunate. You think, oh, it's the Yates Cup, will always be back there. I thought this year for sure, until Queens and Cal Weathers' last appearance as the Laurier Golden Hawk was that.
That was tragic.
That was like I was watching a very slow car crash.
Yeah.
That's what and you still think they're going to make a comeback, and then they fumble the ball on the game-winning drive.
Yeah.
It was just all around, like, heartbreaking.
Yeah, I was working at the Laurier open houses, and like every 5 minutes we were all checking the score, being like, when are they going to score?
It's like, what's happening? This team is the most dominant team we've ever seen in the OUA. Like, one of. Like, they constantly blow teams out by 60.
Yeah.
Like, they handle teams.
And then a team that they beat pretty easily before, we couldn't get anything going.
And it wasn't until, like, it was too much too late.
Yeah.
Like, if you compare the first quarter to the second quarter, Laurier dominated the second half. And then you look at it, this is kind of like old news at this point. We're just beating a dead horse. But still, like, you could have come back. The game was well in hand in the fourth quarter, and it was just nothing. They couldn't get it done and when it mattered most. And I feel like that's going to be, like, for how good Cal Withers was, that's unfortunate his legacy because that's where the most eyes were on him.
Yeah.
That was going to be the last home game of the year because it's going to be the Yates Cup. That's unfortunately you're going to be remembered by a lot of people for throwing 5 picks in the biggest game of the year.
Yeah, and one of the biggest games of his career. Like, this is you're winning a trophy. Like,
yeah, it was one of his very few games of his career. He was at the college level. He's going to be competing at New Maryland with Malik Washington Jr. for the QB1 spot. He might be the favorite for that. Seen some people say, yeah, this is the favorite because Malik Washington Jr. is just not that good. And he had a great season in the OUA nonetheless, but still it's the OUA. It's a totally different game in Canadian football. How is he going to translate back over? He did come from U of Ohio, not Ohio State, the Bobcats. But still, I think he's going to have a good year
I hope so.
at Maryland.
I do wish him nothing but the best.
I do wish. He did some good stuff over here, but it's just who's next for the Golden Hawks. I feel like we could see some news on a big quarterback signing if there is any.
Hope so.
Within the coming maybe months or weeks. But right now, not pretty.
No.
Not one bit. Speaking of not pretty, you want to talk about something to this week, and the Premier League teams in the UCL have just not been pretty, to say the less.
Not pretty at all.
For supposedly the Premier League of soccer, the Premier level of soccer, they just got absolutely trounced in the UCL.
Yeah, the only 2 teams that actually won was Liverpool, who went up against the number 1 team in the Turkish league, Galatasaray, who They even lost the first game against. And then Arsenal, who can't quite remember who they went up against, but they're also the best team in the Prem, so they should be winning that game. But, like, the one thing I do have to come to defense for the Prem is Tottenham's, like, 16th in the league.
There are relegation terms. Like, they're so close to relegation.
Newcastle's 9th in the league. And they went up against the number 3 team in La Liga. And then Man City went up against Real Madrid, who's consistently one of the best teams in the world. And then Chelsea went up against PSG, who has, again, one of the best teams in the world.
Yeah, it's just like, it's kind of like, yeah, okay, how much are we going to, like, it's unfavorable matchups, and, like, what is Tottenham even doing in this tournament? Like, for them to say the least, it's just a bad team all around. Then you have Newcastle getting their asses kicked by Barcelona.
Yeah.
It's just like, but here's the thing, like, these are, like, really good teams and really good leagues, too. Like, Liga's no joke. It hasn't been a joke, especially Barcelona, Real Madrid.
Yeah, that's what I think the big argument is the Premier League has a lot deeper of a talent pool than La Liga. Because, like, when you look at the table, you know, whoever's winning the league, it's either going to be Real Madrid, Barcelona, maybe Atletico Madrid. If things go really bad.
Heavy emphasis on maybe for Atletico.
They won in, like, 2021, like, around that time.
You have to have both Real Madrid and Barcelona be on down years for them to have, like, for it to open up like that. But for the Premier League, it's more open. There's more depth towards it. You can always see a different winner.
There's Arsenal, there's Liverpool, there's Man City. Even Man United's been doing good recently, which is a bit of a surprise. Chelsea. There are a lot of good teams, but it's just like, it seems like in international play, they seem to have kind of just, like, slowed down, and they can't, like, keep up with the different styles of football that these other teams play.
No, it's just a bit of concern. Like, if you're a Premier League, you are once again, the premier level of football.
Yeah.
Like, you're the number 1 league everywhere. And you can't be losing, like, 8-3, 8-2 in that. It's got to be a bit closer than that, guys. Like, it's almost like you're a division below. When you're losing games and aggregates like that in legs, like, you cannot allow them. You can't be trounced like that. Unfortunately, you cannot be beat like that. Like, it's a stain on the league, unfortunately. Yeah. It's unfortunate. It's a stain on the league. It's not a good look. And now there's calls for, like, hey, should there be this many Premier League teams coming forward? Because they're just getting absolutely spanked around this year.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate for the Premier League. But once again, you have millions and billions of dollars backing these teams. You got to get it done.
Yeah. So, like, especially, like, Man City, the amount of money that has been put into that team, for them to lose like that, just like, what are we doing?
No, it's unacceptable. Really, it really is for Man City's like teams like Man City. I understand Tottenham, like,
that's fair.
Unfortunately, I understand, like, former Big Five. They're hitting a rough patch of football right now for them. But Man City should not be getting beat like that, unfortunately.
No.
And you can chop it up to a few mistakes, but once again, like, 7-4 aggregate. No, it's not acceptable. 7 goals in 2 games allowed?
Yeah.
No, can't allow that.
I think yesterday was the most amount of goals ever scored in a UCL playoff day.
I wouldn't be surprised by that. This is some old school derby football.
Yeah.
Like, no goalkeeping, no defense, just allow everything to go. It's not great. It's not a good look.
It's fun to watch if you like goals.
It is fun to watch. I think, who doesn't love goals? Who wants to watch a 0-0 defensive hold the fort fest?
Well, we did kind of see that in that Venezuela U.S. baseball game.
WBC, that was electric. That really was. The U.S., here's the thing. The U.S. was my team the entire tournament. I was like, don't look at me like that.
That's a choice.
Don't look at me like that.
Why would you want the U.S. to win?
I just, like, I kind of mess with all their players. Like, except for, like, here's the thing. Aaron Judge is probably the coolest guy when he's not on the Yankees.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I can get behind Aaron Judge
Yeah.
when he's not on the Yankees. It's just, like, they don't have any, like, Cal Raleigh. Screw him. He's a Mariner. Like, they have a few guys I don't like, but they had Ernie Clement.
Yeah.
Jeff Hoffman was there.
He was there.
In spirit. More in spirit than, like, he was a bullpen. He just sat there. Clayton Kershaw on the last ride.
They also had our submarine pitcher as well.
Tyler Rogers.
Yep.
They had Jays on the team. They had guys like, I like Bryce Harper.
Yeah, but, like,
I mess with Gunnar Henderson, Bobby Witt. Like, there are a lot of guys I just mess with.
But like that DR team is just so fun.
They are fun, but there's some guys I don't mess with. Like, I don't mess with Tatis and Soto that hard. They have Guerrero, but I don't mess with them like that.
They're so fun. It's just like they just play a fun style of baseball.
They do play a fun style of baseball, but like you can't hit like 25 billion home runs in the round in pool play, and then like score a run against the United States.
Okay, well that last strike was like 6 inches below the strike zone.
Unfortunately, like I don't think it matters if you got walked or not because it's Mason Miller on the mound.
Yeah, but Tatis Jr.'s up.
I don't care. Tatis is not doing nothing as Mason. Unfortunately,
He just has to get a base hit.
does he do it? That's unfortunate. Like here's the thing, Mason Miller.
We'll never know.
We never know. It's like shoulda, coulda, woulda. You should have scored more than one run.
Yeah.
In the 26 previous outs you had, and Tatis, like he already had made his like game-changing error. He decides to run on Judge. Why do you run on Judge? You don't run on Judge. It was an incredible tournament all around. Like once you get out of like even pool play, like games like Panama versus Puerto Rico, two teams that are been absolutely gutted, not very good, even though Panama somehow beat Canada.
Well, we did talk about before how bad Canada is.
They
did better than I expected.
They were better than I expected, and it wasn't because of pitching. It wasn't because like pitching was our downfall. It wasn't that hitting was our downfall at the end. It was defense.
Yeah.
Abraham Toro, hey, 2-run difference. We have a 2-run difference between the United States of winning and losing that game, really. If Abraham Toro doesn't commit another boneheaded error, like him and Josh Naylor, we need to have a talk about Josh Naylor. Absolutely atrocious the entire tournament. You're the only like premier player on this team. It's generally Josh Naylor and Josh Naylor, his brother, and friends. That's basically the entire hitting lineup.
But I also think a big thing with that is all those guys on that U.S. team, and like throughout the whole tournament, they've faced Josh Naylor a lot because he's such a premier player in the MLB that they know exactly how to pitch against him.
Well, it wasn't even just against the United States. It was against bums that you never even heard of, like your third uncle. And still Josh Naylor's just not doing anything. And it's just like, come on, dude. You are like, you talk a big game.
Didn't have his best moments.
No, disgusting. He was actually bad. Like he was down. Like you can't be getting outplayed by your brother. Your brother's a 195 hitter in the MLB.
Yeah.
It was Owen Casey. Abraham Toro, for the longest time, was top 5 in the tournament of hits, even though he was out in the quarters. Like they showed a little graphic in the semifinals after he showed his USDR game. Hit leaders. Abraham Toro was on that list from Team Canada. What is he doing there? Like I was surprised.
Should not be anywhere near that list.
Hey, hats off to him. Hats off to him. It was basically just Owen Casey. That was the only thing to be excited for on that team. It was Owen Casey. And to even talk about surprises, that Team Italy team.
That was a surprise when they beat US.
Well, it was just how deep they went. Like you think the team just hit nukes. That's all they did. It was just shocking amount of home runs hit for that Team Italy team. It was funny to have like Team Italy, which is just Team US 2.0.
It would have been really funny if that Mexico game went a different way and the US didn't make the playoffs.
I think it's just been bad for the tournament. Like, yeah, you have like $1 billion worth of stars not making the round 2.
Yeah.
It's just not a good look.
No, not at all.
And it's just like Team Venezuela, that's a good feel-good story. Those are some players that you can mess with. You can mess with Team Venezuela.
Yeah.
They have they told each one of their MLB teams, especially their bullpen, screw off. We don't care about your rules. They just rode the same guys the entire time.
And it worked.
It worked like a charm. You're just like, we're going to ride our bullpen every game.
Especially Judge struck out 3 times.
Judges. Oh, I've seen so many posts. He's a terrorist. He is like, hey, Aaron, you're the best hitter in baseball. Supposedly.
Until
him
it matters.
Him, who else? Kyle Schwarber's 3 strikeouts.
Yeah.
Just
atrocious.
What are you doing? You have a guy who's had a mid-5 ERA for the last 2 years in the MLB on the mound. Rodriguez, Erod. The guy's atrocious.
Yeah.
This is a guy like you're going to destroy in April or mid-May in a regular season game. You can't get one hit. They're posting a stat like
Judge swung and missed on 2 of his on 2 of the 3 strikeouts, I'm pretty sure.
He was, and I understand, like, you can pitch, so you have to pitch your best stuff to Judge. But it even felt like, even Schwarber, they were missing mistake pitches too.
Yeah.
It felt like you guys even want it that bad. Like, Team Venezuela, every out celebrating. Team DR, every out dancing. Team USA, Bryce Harper ties the game in the 8th inning.
Well, it's also
It's just Bryce Harper getting hyped
Yeah.
because that's the type of player he is, and then it's just Judge giving his awkward smile.
yeah. Well, it's like, did you see that war speech by the guy who took out Osama bin Laden?
That guy's so hype.
But it's like, we're playing a baseball game here. Put on some music. Let's get fired up. I'm not trying to go to war. I'm trying to play baseball.
I understand like they have that award set, man. The guys, we gotta go. But like you don't need that. You're the best team.
Yeah.
You are generally like top to bottom. You have 2 Cy Youngs, like from last year. I understand Tarek Skubal went to go get his award in uniform. Like, buddy, get down to the bullpen and start throwing some pitches. But like you have Paul Skeens. Paul Skeens threw like 8 innings for you guys. Just that's a lot of innings for the WBC. Like you had Paul Skeens. You had genuinely one of the most like deadliest bullpens I've ever seen in my life. You had one of the best starting rotations. And like you can say, oh well, we didn't have everyone. Like you don't need everyone to win this tournament. The DR didn't have everyone. No one has everyone.
You shouldn't need Captain America Mike Trout just to win that game.
I don't think Captain America Mike Trout even starts in that game. Like
No,
there's still
he does, but like I'm just saying, like what they had is more than enough to get it done.
like they genuinely that DR US game. You're looking at the lineups like this is better than like most All-Star game lineups.
Yeah.
They genuinely like this is the premiere of the MLB. The DR versus US, like that should, in my opinion, that should be the final. Like if it could have come down to that, it should have been DR US.
Yeah.
That's the best game of the tournament.
I think they were probably hoping for another US Japan final.
No, the Japan team this year, like I understand, but it just wasn't that good.
No.
It was all everyone knew DR US. That's the 1-2.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunately like Venezuela was surprisingly good. Like they got overlooked because they're not the best team from South America.
No.
It's the DR, and it's a DR. Puerto Rico, they got gutted. Absolutely, just unfortunate. No one passed through insurance for the DR.
No.
Even Venezuela was down some players like Jose Alvarado, elite closer. Jose Altuve couldn't play due to injury. Like you're missing some great players themselves too.
Yeah. Jose Altuve, like at this point in his career, I don't know how much more he would have added to this team.
It's still Jose Altuve.
It is.
It's still Jose
Like-
Altuve. But so the guys who replaced him, like
Yeah.
Ezequiel Tovar, Andres Jimenez, hashtag Blue Jay legend. You're wearing the Guardians hat.
Of course.
Big Andres Jimenez. But like still, it could have gone either way that game. I thought after Bryce Harper tied it in the 8th, I for sure thought it was going to be U.S. going to pull away with
Yeah.
this one. I did not see them come back. And then, hey, it's the 9th inning. Where's Mason Miller? No ghost, nowhere to be found. Maybe more of a Clayton Kershaw again while we're at it, but Mark DeRosa needs to be executed. There's no if
so
and
bad.
he's an atrocious man. He came back out and said like, "Hey, I would do this again. I would manage this team again." I'm like, you're never gonna get a job again.
We don't want you to manage this team again, actually.
You fumbled the best roster like anyone could ever have. Like the Dodgers couldn't buy this roster.
Yeah, that's probably the best US roster ever constructed.
1,000. Like you're never gonna get a team like probably like maybe 2028 for the Olympics if they allow players. Maybe for the next WBC in 2029. I think you give them even more talent because, like, hey, maybe you got to win a WBC United States. Like, it's your tournament. You haven't won since 2017. That's your only win.
Yeah.
It's like, how many more times are you going to, get to the final and then blue ball your fans?
It's like Canada losing in the gold medal. It's like, this is your guys' sport. Like, how we lost in hockey, you guys should win in baseball. You invented the sport. You've been playing this since 1892 or whatever. You should be dominating right now.
They should be dominating. I think hockey, there's only like really 2 good teams. In baseball, internationally, at least there's 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Like if Puerto Rico actually has one of their players on their team, and the DR has like if the DR had a fully loaded roster, there's no chance the United States actually beats them because they're still missing the best third baseman in the game. Jose Ramirez is missing from that team. They're missing closers. They're missing pitching staff.
Yeah, they could have been a lot better.
Every team could have been a lot better. I wish to see one day where they've had talks about moving to the middle of the season so you can actually get all these players playing in this tournament. So it just replaced the All-Star game, like how the Olympics replaced, or like the Four Nations face-off replaces the All-Star game.
That'd be so much more fun.
It would be, because you can actually get, like, instead of having, hey, we can't, like, pitching restrictions, like, it's so stupid, the pitching restrictions.
Yeah.
Like, finally give me all out. Everyone gets their best players, unlimited access, and we actually see who's the best baseball country in the world.
Because, like, nobody cares about AL versus NL.
Not really, not anymore. Especially when it's fan voted. Like,
Yeah.
it's just a bunch of Yankees.
And-
It generally just who has the biggest market.
Yeah, but like also nobody's actually playing their best.
It's hard to fake baseball. It's not like the NBA or
Yeah,
NHL.
but like you can even tell when people are swinging or like they're running like
Yeah, they're not going. If you get the countries involved, they're not
Yeah.
like well, the players on DR said, I'd rather win this tournament than the World Series.
yeah,
It matters to them.
matters. It's like, but it's with everybody in every sport. They're gonna want to represent their country and try and win for their country.
I don't know if the U.S. was trying to win for their country. It
They
seemed like
didn't
they
really care.
it seemed like they were so out of it. Like the only guy you could say the only guys they say that were in it were the young guys.
Yeah,
Skeens, PCA, Henderson, Witt. Those guys seemed to be into it. Anyone over the age of like 30,
they didn't care.
Schwarber, Harper, Judge looked like I don't like.
Judge did not want to be there.
And it's like, dude, you're the captain. Bregman, I have no clue why Bregman ever touched the lineup past like the pool play. He was atrocious. Harper's gonna lose some slack. He was bad the entire tournament. Like it was genuinely like Bobby Witt, even like hitting wise, he was bad.
Yeah,
Was there anyone on that U.S. team that was good at hitting? They actually had a solid hitting tournament.
it was so streaky.
It wasn't even streaky. You can't even get like streaky in a 6-game tournament.
But, like-
Either you're good for the whole tournament or you're not.
But it was like they would have a game like in pool play.
Like against Brazil when you're playing like
and-
17-year-olds.
Yeah, and still be forced into a ground out. But it would be like a guy would have a couple hits and then he'd forget how to swing a bat.
It was like, are you guys even like Roman like when U.S. is trying to tie the game in the ninth? I'm like, this looks like two different like you guys are in two different levels of baseball.
Yeah.
Like, how are you guys premier like hitters in the U.S.? Like you can't even pitch around the lineup because everyone there is like a 3-2-3 hitter on their own team back at home.
Yeah.
And still, I think it comes down to Mark DeRosa being an idiot because he can't like his roster construction, his lineup construction was awful. Overall, just bad for the U.S. Congrats to Venezuela. I know Frankie has a boy who's just Venezuelan diehard, Venezuelan himself.
Just pumped up.
He was so many story posts. They would just destroy like Israel or something, and he'd post like 5 stories. Shout out to him though. You can enjoy it. Speaking of baseball, MLB starts next week,
It is starting.
27th.
Very excited.
I'm super excited. I'm actually stoked for the season.
This is probably the most hyped I've been for the MLB to start since like 2016.
The Jays look like it's been a while since the Jays have like looked like an actual MLB like AL East front runner. Since at least 20 like since like the start of the Vladdy era, this has been like, hey, this is your division to lose.
But like even in like that season, they were still fairly young, and it was kind of just more like they might be good, but they're just still just exciting to watch. Now it's like we have a good team and they're fun to watch.
It's not just the AL East that seems wide open. The AL seems wide open for the Jays. Like AL Central's garbage. The AL West is the what? The Mariners, the Astros, and I think the Athletics are going to be good this year. Other than that, it's the AL East. That's still the dominant division. I think every team is going to be good this year in the AL East.
Yeah.
That's the scary part.
Yeah.
Who's going to be the best of the best? Because the Orioles shouldn't be bad again. Like their pitching staff says otherwise. They're going to have some struggles still, but it shouldn't be bad again. The Red Sox, I've seen some people say that this is their division. I don't think their hitting's that good.
I don't think so, but I've seen crazier things happen.
I've seen crazier
could
things
get
happen.
hot.
Yankees are still the Yankees. I think the Yankees, once Garrett Cole comes back, that's the best rotation.
Yeah.
The Rays are going to be sneaky this year. I don't think, like, just because the AL East is so loaded, it might not be. They're going to be like an 82, 83 win team.
Yeah.
And then you have the Jays. Trey Savage is on IL. I don't know how many like of these hitting seasons they can replicate. I don't think George Springer's going to replicate last season.
Ernie Clement.
I don't think Clement. I think Barger is the guy that this team's going to be built around. Vladdy and Barger.
I think Varsho had a home run earlier today.
Springer hit a grand slam against the Yankees earlier today too.
Yeah.
But it's just like it's spring training. How much can you assess? Santander's still useless.
That is the guy that I've been like, he's been so hyped up by so many people that I can't get behind it.
And it's just like I was like always skeptical of Santander. Like I thought it was an awful signing from the get go. But after last season, coming to this season, I'm like, you know what? He's due for a bounce back. There's no way he can be that bad again. I don't know if I told you if it was you or someone else I told this story. I'd be sitting in the 500s in like early April.
Yeah.
I think I told you this one.
Yeah, I
And
think so.
And you just see Santander, his swing looks awful. And you see every time he makes contact, it's just a pop up and you're just looking straight at it. It's like, oh, well, I don't know what you're doing out here, man, but we paid you $20 million a year for 5 years to, hit some home runs. And he's just not doing that. He won't do it this season because he waited all season, like all off season long to tell the team, like, hey guys, I'm injured. What do you mean you're injured now?
Yeah, you've had so long to get healthy, to get fixed up, and now, oh yeah, guys, I can't play. What was the point?
It so far just feels like you've had 2 wasted years now because he played 60 something games last year.
Yeah,
He's on pace to play way less than that if he even plays at all this year. And it's just, well, now you're a waste of money because now you're 2-3 years older than when we signed you, and you haven't contributed at all. And you only get older. And you already were old. Now you're going to get older.
and we're paying you way too much money. We paid you way too much money to start with, and we're paying you even more. Like it just doesn't make any sense, and we can't move off of him because who's going to take him?
No, he's unmovable. It's just unfortunate, really, to have that type of contract. But still, the Jays spend big money. It's going to have, like, if you spend that much big money, the contract like this won't matter. If we were a small market team, this contract would destroy us.
Yeah.
Oh, we're a pretty big market team. I think top 5 in spending.
Rogers has finally pulled out the checkbook.
Finally. Took them way too long. They realized the Leafs and MLSE, not our thing.
Yeah, they were like, we suck at every other sport. Let's just throw a whole bunch of money into baseball.
Dump it. Okamoto, during the World Baseball Classic, concerning as hell his at-bats. Concerning. They were allowed outs. They were still outs. He was atrocious for the WBC hitting-wise. Defensively, he looks serviceable.
That's more what he just needs to be decent. I'm not asking for him to be elite.
I think he's going to, right now, he's slotted in the 7th spot. I could see him halfway through the season being slotted in the 4-hole.
Yeah.
I could genuinely see a Springer, Vladdy, Barger, Kirk, or Okamoto. That'd be your top half of your lineup. I wouldn't be upset with that.
No, if he can just be an average defender and maybe hit 250,
I could see
I'll be happy with
250, 25 home runs. Don't give me an all-star season.
Yeah.
Give me a season where, yep, this is a guy I could see for the foreseeable future. The pitching staff just needs to stay healthy.
Hopefully.
And I think it's the key to the Jays' success. Yeah. And for any team in the AL East, who's going to stay the healthiest?
Yeah,
because each roster lines up pretty well against each other. These all either they're really good at hitting or they have elite pitching staffs.
And then it all comes down to what are we going to do in the World Series when we have to go up against the Dodgers again?
Will it be the Dodgers again? I think the NL.
Kyle Tucker, Edwin Diaz.
I think the NL is way more competitive than the AL.
I'm just saying with Kyle Tucker, Edwin Diaz
added.
Yeah, to the team that they already had.
Here's the thing.
It's a tough team to beat.
Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman aren't getting younger. They kind of their 7 and 9 depth isn't very good. Certainly they can add to it. Yeah. They have the most top end. You cannot hit 1 to 6. You can't even pitch to.
No.
Maybe Teoscar Hernandez, but
still, even him, he can get a hit off pretty much any pitcher in the MLB.
Oh yeah, but here's the thing. I think come playoff time, the Mets don't look bad. The Braves don't look bad. I think the Marlins are. That's my dark horse out of the NL. It's a lot of people's dark horses out of the NL.
Do like the Marlins.
And the Braves, total NL East is pretty good.
Yeah.
NL Central, you always have the Cubs. You always have the Brewers, which I'm not too sure about.
Maybe not this year.
And then you have a bunch of other, maybe the Pirates finally make a move. You still have Paul Skeens, you have Bubba Chandler. You have the pitching staff to do it.
Yeah, I just the Pirates are just such a bottom feeder team. I can't see them ever being good at baseball.
No, I can't see them. Then you have the NL West. I think they can run into some troubles with the NL West. You have the Padres. The Padres are always going to be, they're going to be a little brother always, but they're going to go upset.
Yeah,
the Dodgers.
They can compete.
And the Giants, I'm not super, super high on, but I can see them making a playoff run. I can see him getting into the dance.
They're just gonna have to get really hot at the right spots. I think that's how they're gonna do it. But I just can't. I don't see them being just consistently good throughout the whole season.
Like for the Giants at least, they have I feel like they're gonna have an X factor. Their manager Tony Vitello managed the Tennessee Volunteers baseball team. That team, if you want to talk about exciting teams, that was it. That was the Tennessee Volunteers, just a team of crash outs, really.
Yeah.
And Vitello himself he's a young guy. I don't know how much that's going to work, especially with the more, let's say, mature locker room. Like you have Luis Ariz, Matt Chapman, not really mature, Rafael Devers. We have older players. You don't have a bunch of young players, which I think he would have worked better with. But I still think Vitello's a good
You
manager.
can get him fired up.
Oh, he can fire me up too. I'm watching, dude. And you think he's a smart guy. He's got good baseball sense. Watch out for the Giants and the Diamondbacks too. Rockies are free 11 wins for the Dodgers this season. Actually, the Rockies are a type of team to sweep the Dodgers in a series in the regular season.
Yeah, just some Colorado magic.
Just an average Tuesday night, really. That's how baseball goes. Except the Rockies come in and sweep you, or the Rockies they're bad.
They're so bad.
They're so bad. It's so unfortunate. Have you ever been? I want to go to Colorado. What's it? Coors Field.
It looks so sick.
It's so amazing. I want to go.
But it's the same thing with the Marlins, where it's like you have this place that's just so crazy cool.
Lone Depot, you think is that cool?
But I'm just saying, you're in Miami.
You're in Miami.
Like you're in Miami. Like you're in this really cool spot, but you don't do anything with it.
Even the Pirates. Like I've been to Pittsburgh. I have a lot of family there. Like if you want to know like an Italian hub, it's Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So I've been a few times, and I'm like, oh shoot, I really want to go to the stadium.
Yeah.
I've been to Comerica in Detroit. That's also like a sneakily underrated stadium too. Detroit's an underrated city. Don't let anyone say anything else.
As a Toronto Montreal sports fan, I hate Boston sports teams so much. But as a city, it is so nice. And walking like around that stadium for the Red Sox, it's crazy.
Fenway?
Yeah.
I have to go to Fenway. That's like
so nice.
I have to go to Fenway. I think I'll be in Comerica again this year because we just ties to Detroit. Why not? It's such a nice ballpark, dude. And just because there's so many like the Arab influence in Detroit, dude, they have some fire shawarma at Comerica. Dude, you gotta go.
They have such great food in Detroit.
Have you been? Buffalo too. Have you been to Comerica in Detroit?
No, I haven't.
You gotta go. Like it's also like it's such a small feeling big city because you have all the like Toronto centered like that. It's even closer than Toronto. You have pretty sure it's the Little Caesars Arena. You have Ford Field, and you have Comerica, and you can like basically see Ford Field from Comerica. It's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
It is awesome. I like Detroit, and kind of speaking about Detroit too, the Red Wings. The Yzer plan is finally done. It's finally done. Not to the extent because the Atlantic, I think about a month ago we called like the most mid division in the NHL, or I did.
You did. I did not get behind that decision. That was all you.
And it's picked up. We finally see the division between good and bad in the Atlantic.
Yeah.
And it's some teams you weren't expecting there in the bad of the Atlantic. It's the Panthers and Maple Leafs. This basically ran the division for the last 3 years.
Even Leafs have been kind of running through this division for about a decade.
It's been at this point. Before this, I was watching a video. It was like, how did the Leafs get their golden year so wrong? And that's a good point. How did they basically were a 100-point team for 9 straight years, and they got it all wrong.
Yeah. What, 2 first-round exits?
2. Only 2. Whoa. I think 16.
No, I mean they only got out of the first round.
Yeah.
2 times.
Yeah, twice. And you're bounced in the second round.
Yeah.
They never made a run.
No.
Just what a waste. It's actually what a waste, of course. Matthews is out because Radko Gudas is still terrorizing
atrocious.
Toronto.
And then George Peros, head of NHL player safety, or head of I love to protect the Anaheim Ducks.
He hates the Maple Leafs. I think because Peros got concussed by the Leafs.
Yeah, but he played for the Ducks too. How are we letting this guy? I'm not a Leafs fan. How are we letting this guy come to decisions about the Ducks? Like, no other sport would this be allowed to happen.
Hey, someone's got to run the player safety. 5 games is 5 games. You got to let Gudas play the Leafs one more time on the 30th. I don't know who he's going to take out next time.
Morgan Riley. It's probably, I don't know. It's going to be someone.
No, I think he's going to have to pay for it, but I don't know who in the Leafs is actually going to make him pay for it. Like, there's no one on that team who'll be like, yeah, well, Matthew Nyes maybe? I'm not even sure.
I don't know what you do at this point. Like, they had Ryan O'Reilly. Like, they had tough guys on this team who would have threw down for Matthews.
The Leafs made their push. They tried to make their push when they traded for O'Reilly. I think that was 2 years ago, and they got to the first round against Tampa. That was their all-in push, and it failed. It failed miserably.
But like, I think the problem with the Leafs is they've never let this team really gel. Like, they have their core four. They had their core four, but then there was guys rotating in and out every single year that they could really never get anything going.
Everything failed, and there's just like, and they kept changing GMs. Like, Dubas finally gets out of the first round, and you get rid of him.
Yeah, ridiculous.
And he finally built towards something. And okay, then you bring in Tree Living, who is, again, he's basically running Al Qaeda from the inside.
He is one of the worst GMs. The fact that he even got that Leafs job, insane to me.
No, he is disgusting. He is bad. He's bad at what he does. It's like disgusting bad. Yeah. He's been bad at what he does too.
He ran that Flames team into the ground and stood by it. He was just like, yeah, this is right. Like, I don't know how you could have justified what he did to that Flames team.
He got rid of Tkachuk, got rid of the entire core, brought in Jonathan Huberdeau, ran Johnny Gaudreau out of town, rest in peace.
Yeah.
And you got the team. Now the team's awful. Now the team's unwatchable. I understand they're building towards something now, but because you've been gone.
Yeah.
And now you're running the Leafs you ran the Leafs into the ground.
Yeah. Like, you ran Mitch Marner out of town.
I don't know if he ran him out of town or the media ran him out. He ran himself out of town too.
He did, but Mitch Marner never really got protection. Like, nobody really stood up in front of the media and went, you guys need to stop.
No one told him. Like, they never told him to lay off Marner. Marner was just the firing boy. Like, hey, you're going to take the heat because it's not going to be Matthews. It was really never Tavares.
Yeah.
It was never going to be Nylander. It was always going to be Marner because he's the high-paid guy who doesn't score a lot of goals.
He's the high-paid playmaker who's from Toronto.
And he's a pretty boy too.
Yeah.
He's Mister. He's going to take the heat.
Also lies about his height.
How tall is he?
Allegedly 6 feet tall.
That guy's not 6 foot. The guy's not. I'm 5'11". He's not 6 foot.
I've heard stories about people who've met him.
He doesn't look tall
and
either.
They're not 6 feet tall.
He doesn't look tall.
Yeah.
But still, the Atlantics looked good. Your Montreal Canadiens, even though they can't beat the Sharks to save their lives.
Please don't talk about that. We're not gonna have to face you guys, so it doesn't matter.
It won't matter in the end game, but still, it's still fun to watch.
Yeah,
those games are fun to watch.
You're like our kryptonite. I don't know what it is. And it's not even like we can't score. You guys just outscore us so much.
It's such a fun team to watch. The Sharks, because there's no defense on this team.
No.
It's just, can we score more goals than you?
And sometimes it's yes.
A lot of times it's been yes. And it's just the Canadians look good. I don't know if they're going to make a run this year.
It's possible. I don't think it's Stanley. I was joking about it earlier off the pod, but if our goaltending gets hot, it could happen, but I'd be very, very surprised if it did.
It needs some like a holy ascension for one of your goalies.
Yeah.
It got to be like Jacob Dobich needs to get blessed by Montreal Priest for it to have a shot, because I don't think you guys are going to run through the Bruins.
No.
That's a maybe. Lightning, no way. Nikita Kucherov has forced his way back from the MVP talks.
It's okay. Ivan Demidov is going to save this team.
Ivan Demidov can play defense. And then the Sabres are the talk of the NHL. Like, where do they come from?
Well, see, the thing with the Sabres is for the last, couple years, everyone's been saying,
it's their year.
They're going to be good. They're going to make the playoffs. Finally, they're going to do it.
This is me. This is why I always draft, Sabres players in NHL fantasy, and just has never, Devon Levi, this is my steal of NHL, fantasy draft, never gone well for me.
Yeah. But, this year, I would love for the Sabres to make the playoffs. Maybe, they'll actually get a couple fans in their arena for once.
Dude, they're first in the Atlantic. They're going to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
I think if they, you're saying, it kind of sucks for us because now Sabres tickets going to be expensive. And it's I can't even go watch cheap hockey anymore. But still, they're going to be exciting. They're finally finally, it's been like 5 years. So finally, like
Yeah,
they
been
can
so
finally
long.
break through. But still, like I still think the Cup favorites the Avalanche.
Yeah,
If they do,
100%.
they gotta get Gabriel Landeskog back healthy. He's got to be healthy for them to have and be able to go on a run.
Yeah.
But still, like it's them. It's gonna come out of the Central.
It just really sucks that Mikko Rantanen isn't on that team anymore.
He's on a team that's 2 points back of them.
Yeah, but like what their cup run with Rantanen was just so special that it was like, and he's such a special player. I remember in the playoffs last year when he scored like 3 goals to save the Stars.
Yeah, and it wasn't against the Avalanche too.
Yeah. Just went on fire, but it was like why did you ever let this guy go? Give him all of the money he wants.
It was just like that whole situation just felt wrong. The
Yeah.
entire I understand the Avalanche, they couldn't afford him. You have so much talent anyways. The Avalanche, I think, benefited from him leaving because they got talent around. They got more depth.
Yeah. Kadri back.
And then Carolina, they got him for about a month. Then they realized, hey, he may not mess with us like we thought he would. And they dumped him to Dallas. I think he's a good fit in Dallas.
Yeah.
I know Colorado's the Cup favorite.
Dallas is scary.
Dallas is my Cup pick.
Yeah.
I think Dallas and Minnesota, those are the 2 teams. That's going to be a first-round matchup, which is so unfortunate. It's because those, in my opinion, are the 2 like front runners, in my opinion, for the Cup. Because they're 2 teams that have just been like teasing their fans that, hey, especially Minnesota. Minnesota's like the Maple Leafs of the West. They need to get out of the first round.
Especially like Minnesota is such a hockey market.
It is.
And to be bad at hockey, it's just so sad.
And it's been like they've been good, and I'm like every time I make my bracket, I'm like, you know what? It's Minnesota's year. I'm gonna put them in like the Western Conference Final, and they get bounced in round 1. And it's like, I understand you're in like there's always seems to be out of the Central like one really good team, like rather be the Jets, Avalanche.
The Jets are so bad.
This year they're bad.
They're
like
so bad.
they were President Cup like a few years ago,
Yeah.
and there's always seemed to be like that really really good team out of the Central, and the Wild just keep getting like. Unfortunate, they get blue balled out of that.
Yeah.
And it feels like whoever wins that Stars Wild matchup, if it is Stars Wild, is going to go all the way.
At least for me, the Wild are fun to watch as a hockey team. I feel like they just don't have the it factor to win a cup. Like it just feels like there's something about that team that they just don't quite have it yet.
So you can't quite envision like their logo next to the Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
Like you just can't
It
quite
looks
envision
weird.
it. It doesn't like it's kind of like how the Panthers logo looked to me like a few years ago. It still doesn't look right. It still does not look right to see the Panthers logo.
Or like you go to the Hockey Hall of Fame, you look on the cup, Florida Panthers, Matthew Tkachuk.
What a
Like-
dog Matthew Tkachuk. Love Matthew Tkachuk. Not so much Brady. He got flamed after the Olympics, Brady Tkachuk.
Jack Hughes got flamed even worse after what he said.
What do you say?
You didn't see what he said about the puck?
Which one that hit his teeth?
No, the golden goal puck.
Oh, he wants it back from the
He
Hall.
wants it back.
Yeah, I saw that.
And they were like, stop being such a crybaby. This is part of the game. You don't own the puck.
He's dating Tate McRae. He can have to do whatever he wants, really.
Dude.
He kind of do whatever he wants.
Except forget that puck.
He can forget the puck.
He can come to Toronto and see that puck if he wants.
pay the atrocious admission fee to the Hockey Hall of Fame.
Like $30.
Is it 30? It's got to be more than that. No way, downtown Toronto. Hockey. Let's search
I don't think it's too crazy.
Hockey Hall of Fame admission.
Let's see.
I usually get it for free. You usually find the free tickets. Oh, it's only $25.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's not too bad.
Maybe
It's just trying to find parking. That's the worst part.
take the go train down. Kitchener go. It's maybe me and you. Radio Laurier Hockey Hall of Fame trip.
We'll get the whole radio station down to the Hall of Fame.
That could be. They have a broadcasting booth in there.
Yeah, they do.
You get some reps in.
Get some reps in. We'll take a picture with the puck.
Send it to Jack Hughes.
Yeah.
Oh boy, but it's just like the NHL season. It's gonna shape up. Yeah, I think it's gonna be the best playoffs we've seen like in the last few years.
Hockey playoffs are just fun to watch.
And I feel like this year's gonna be like it's gonna top the last few years we've seen.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Not as fun as March Madness.
Speaking of March Madness, Tanner saw my bracket. Tanner was
His bracket, the only one I will give him, he had Arkansas in his Final Four. That might be the only team I could give you. But, like, it's please say what you have.
in the Final Four.
Yeah.
Let's pull it up. All right, so St. John's, Michigan State,
Oh,
Purdue, Arkansas.
Yeah.
Purdue to win it all.
Those are picks.
Certainly our picks. Wisconsin High Point's close. We can actually tune into this.
Uh-oh. But, like, you had...
Oh, UConn, the tournament favorite? Yeah, gone in round 2.
Yeah.
UCLA.
Unbelievable.
Go Bruins.
I have UConn winning it all, but, like... Just,
That's a popular pick I've heard. I've heard of UConn to win it.
They're a good team. There's a reason why.
Here's the thing, like I saw UConn, like unfortunately, I don't know, like college basketball is like one of the last college sports I follow. I follow college baseball, college football. Basketball follows to the background until the time's for me to randomize my bracket. And, certainly I made picks. Some people don't think those picks are very good.
No. I will actually give you $50 if two of those teams go to the Final Four. I will give you $50.
I'm so high on I feel like it's gonna be St. John's, it's gonna be Purdue. That's my final 2. I think like half my picks are gonna be wrong after today.
You got one wrong in the very first game.
Like Ohio State, like beating TCU, that's not outrageous to say. And then TCU, a little upset. I'm gonna lose another one. I picked UC. I picked South Florida over Louisville. That's gonna be a loss.
Oh no.
And High Point might beat Wisconsin, so we could be on an atrocious run to start this tournament.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Like, just get it over quick. Rip it off like a Band-Aid.
You know what? Like, there's always a second chance brackets, and I'll be tapping into the second chance brackets very quickly.
You might need like a 6th chance bracket.
Just let me pick the finals at this point. I'll probably get that wrong too. This is bad. Wait, what do you have in your final 4?
I can
pull it up. I need to see this. These guys have been talking a lot. Just from
yours has just been so ridiculous.
I still think the final 4 could hit.
So, let me see. Let me see if I can pull this up very quickly.
What is it on ESPN?
It's on March my picks.
Here we go. Let's see what you got. I'm very intrigued. It's gonna have like some 13 seed in there.
Why am I not signed in? This is bad.
This is atrocious. Get this guy out of here.
Bush League. Sorry about this.
Oh boy. If Wisconsin blows this, my bracket's cooked. My bracket's so cooked. They lose the High Point.
I can pull it up quickly on my laptop.
Oh yeah, some little ASMR going.
But it's been... We have...
Vanderbilt? Oh boy.
No. Not connected to the Wi-Fi here, guys.
Oh, right. Oh boy. This is not good.
This is bad.
This is not good.
Okay, we're hotspot quick. Let's go very quick here. Sorry about this.
The 3.5 fans are not gonna be loving this one.
March Madness, my picks. Men's bracket. Come on.
We know UConn. We know UConn for sure.
Yes, few picks. So, Final 4. UConn, Illinois, Arizona, Bama.
Yeah, you love your 1 seeds, don't you? Bama.
Yes. 4 seed Bama. 3 seed. I only have one seed in there.
Let me see. Where's Bama? Where did I have Bama going out early?
You have everyone going out early.
Yeah, I have Texas Tech. I have Texas Tech being Bama round 2. I have all your picks out round 2. Bama. Who else did you say? Illinois?
Yep.
Yeah, Illinois out round 2. Against who the hell did I pick over Illinois? Who is this? VCU? What have I done?
Okay. What?
Who did I pick?
You picked VCU over Illinois.
I have VCU in what is that VCU in round 3? Oh boy.
And then what?
Then Houston beats VCU in round 3. And who else? You said Illinois, Alabama,
Arizona, UConn.
Yeah, out in round 2 for Arizona too. Villanueva.
I have
dude, all your picks are out in round 2 for me.
I have Arizona beating Purdue in the Elite 8.
Not wrong. Wrong.
Wrong.
Wait, who's your other one? Arizona and who?
UConn.
UConn. Oh, we went over this. Also out of round 2.
Yeah.
All your picks for me.
And then in my
Gone in
championship,
round
I have
32.
UConn versus Arizona with UConn winning.
So I got all your picks out of round 32. Your picks are going. All my picks are out early for you too.
One of us
is going to be atrociously wrong. I
Yeah.
have a feeling it's me. Because who the hell is VCU?
Yeah, that's that's unfortunate.
Oh, I saw an 11 seed and against North Carolina. I'm like, this is the pick. This is not the pick.
Yeah. Well, fortunately, you're not putting money on it, so
I'm only 18, guys.
Yeah.
This is why would I even put money on this? I didn't have faith in the bracket beforehand. Why would I have faith in the bracket now?
you couldn't do a little bit of research before this bracket.
Oh, High Point's winning.
Good for them.
Did you not pick in Wisconsin?
I'm not looking at my computer again. I think I had Wisconsin.
Yeah, dude, your bracket's gonna be fried right after this.
Comeback season.
It's all right. Do you want to talk NFL?
Yeah, we can talk. We
can
some
talk
NFL. We got a little bit
Big
of time.
trades happening. Big free agency signings.
R.I.P. Max Crosby.
Oh boy, I don't think we've gone to talk about this. Especially, we haven't talked about Bam and about 83 points. I think that's the bigger fish to fry in this moment.
Well, congrats to Bam. That was a little bit ridiculous. Let's get that out of the way.
Ethical.
He was fouled. They were genuine fouls.
It's all right. We accept it. Bam and about. I saw him, like one of my boys texted me. He's like, Bam 83. What do you mean 83 Bam? Like his overall?
Same thing here.
His overall in like 2K? No, 83 points. What the hell do you mean he scored 83?
Yeah, no shot.
And what a guy. You know, we respect Bam. Back to the NFL, though. Jalen Waddle, Broncos. Great trade.
I wanted to come on the podcast so bad to talk to you about this because that's your team. And I know PS2 has talked a little bit of smack about Jalen
they
Waddle.
both won. They
want the smoke. But now they play on the same team.
I think it's a great trade. Like the Broncos they only draft and the only receivers they have on this team, like the actual guys that use as receivers, are just big 6'2", 6'3", 6'4", contested catch merchants.
Yeah, powerhouses.
Sutton, Pat Bryant, even what's his name?
DK Metcalf regens.
Yeah, basically that. And then finally you get a guy that can run routes. He's only about 5'11". Finally get your one. You finally get a one. Or even not even a one, it's like a 1A, 1B with Sutton.
Yeah.
Or like impact, and finally.
Because it's like,
it's been a while.
If you're trying to scheme a defense against Sutton and Waddle, how? How are you going to come up with that?
And the run game. And like if Bo Nix, finally, there's no more excuses now, Bo. Like, you cannot play, like I understand what a horrible way for it to end last season. But I think this has got to be the year. The AFC's wide open. Chiefs are dead. Bills are.
They have Justin Fields.
What a goat. They have Kenneth Walker too.
Yeah.
But still, like there's the Chargers. Maybe like I saw one Raiders fan post Raiders going 9-8. I'm like I laughed my way out of the friend. No, you're not going 9-8.
You might go 1-16.
Probably. I don't think the Patriots are going to be that good.
Yeah.
It's just there's not much that's going to happen. And I think the Broncos, this is their year. I love the Waddle trade, but you're talking about the Crosby conundrum.
That was like
total mismanagement from all sides.
If you're a Ravens fan, genius.
Phenomenal. What a maneuver.
Like you get Trey Hendrickson, who's not as good overall.
It's taking like a side step. It's not taking a step forward, not taking a step back.
Yeah.
Taking a side to like left or right.
But it's like I would rather have Max Crosby than Trey Hendrickson.
I'd also rather have my picks.
Yeah, that's the thing. You keep your picks and you get Trey Hendrickson, and then you just go, by the way, your knee's cooked. Go home.
But his knee was always cooked. Like stuff came out like Pete Carroll. He must have dementia or something. He must have had dementia. He should have had surgery from the start of last season, Max Crosby. Should have missed the entire season. And Max went to Pete's like, yeah, I can play. Pete's like, yeah, you can.
Pete, as a Seahawks fan, even if you're injured, if you said you wanted to play, be like, yeah, you're good.
Yeah, but he needed surgery. It wasn't like, my ankle's a little banged up. No, he needed surgery.
Pete doesn't care.
Pete, we know Pete doesn't care. I went to the garbage Raiders team with Geno Smith. And you know what? Like, it's unfortunate for Max because he wanted to get the hell out of Las Vegas.
I think he'll still get out. They'll find something.
They'll find he needs to,
it sucks.
He needs to heal up a little bit.
Get surgery, maybe get dealt at the trade deadline.
He needs to be out. the Ravens masterclass.
What a scam.
The Seahawks, have they done anything this offseason?
We lost some players.
Kenneth Walker, I know for
Yeah.
sure.
We signed some guys back, but like nothing really noteworthy. Nothing like.
The Broncos were killing me until the Jalen Waddle trade.
I'm just sitting here like twiddling my thumbs. Like, when are we gonna sign somebody?
So for rosters like these, you
losing our
don't need to
guys.
make those big moves. Like you've
Yeah.
already gone deep. You have the talent.
Yeah.
You don't need to do anything crazy. It's just will Sam Darnold play up to that level again next season?
Honestly, I don't care. Like, we just won a Super Bowl. Like, we could miss the playoffs.
You've
like,
been really humble after winning a Super
Yeah.
Bowl. Like you yourself have been really
well,
humble.
like, I'm hyped. We won a Super Bowl, but I'm just finally like it paid off.
Paid off.
we
Like he
finally
didn't
did
win
it.
one like 10 years ago.
Yeah, but like I was 10 years old, but now it's like I got to see him win a Super Bowl. I'm happy. We had a lot of older guys on expiring contracts. Like, I knew we weren't gonna be repeating. Like, it's just not happening.
High Point just upset Wisconsin. Good night, bracket.
Not good news.
Ugh, it's over for us. Yeah, and the Seahawks, they're gonna be good again. Whatnot. Who else made big moves? I'm feeling the big. Like it feels like it's been a quiet offseason.
The Jalen Waddle one was probably the biggest real move.
Yeah, and it's the Dolphins are tanking,
Yeah.
like disgustingly, openly tanking. Malik Willis, I feel horrible for him.
Has Stephon Diggs signed anywhere yet?
He got caught with like that one. That was a photo of him with a girl.
Yeah, but like
No, he's
way
done much.
worse things have happened.
He's done
and
much.
and NFL like Michael Vick still played.
Yeah, you got that dog like Vic.
Yeah, like
Stephon Diggs.
way worse things have happened.
That's the NFL offseason moves.
He's probably gonna be a Jet. Like, if I had to take a guess.
Feels right. That's how all washed ass players. That's where it ends. Go to Kyler Murray. Like there's been a lot of quarterback moves.
Yeah,
Kyler Murray's gone to
yeah.
where did he go? Miami. No,
No,
I'm tweaking.
I don't think he's gone.
He went to the Minnesota Vikings.
Oh,
League
yes,
minimum.
yes, he did.
League minimum. Where else? Let's see. Dolphins, nothing.
Yeah,
Biggest Patriots. Kevin Byard. It's a big move for them. Good move.
it's nice. Nice.
Okay,
little addition.
Yes. Why is ESPN always tweaking? I actually hate ESPN.
It's like the worst sport. Like, for being the sports like thing, they suck.
Jets got Geno back. All right. Let's see what else. What else are we missing?
Yeah,
I feel like we're missing some big move.
something happened in the NFC for sure. Something big. I feel like
Texans
just forgetting.
got Montgomery. Oh, and Montgomery went to the Texans.
Yes.
Nothing for the Colts. Nothing for Jacksonville. Tennessee, really nothing. Broncos, nothing. Waddle. Oh, Chiefs got Kenneth White. Went over that.
Yeah.
Raiders, Linderbaum for their line. Why not? Nothing. NFC, here we go, finally.
Something. Give me something to talk about.
Kobe Durant, Rashawn Gary to the Cowboys. Those are good moves. Isaiah Likely's on the Giants.
Okay.
Tremaine Edmonds. Okay, so New York got some good players. Eagles did nothing. Commanders did nothing.
I'm just excited to see Cam Scatterbo play football again.
They got such a tweet. I think I heard John Harbaugh. I don't know how good the source is, but I heard they're going to target Isaiah Love in the draft in the first round.
Ooh.
I think they want to
That's
create some. They
interesting.
want to create some sort of two-headed monster back there.
Yeah.
Because Scatterbo genuinely is a CT. I don't know how much longer he lasts in the league because he actually genuinely like he is a bit fried in the brain.
But like, I think he just came out like that. Like, that's just who he is. I don't think football changed anything.
I think football has added to it, but I think he genuinely could be cooked. Lions. Isaiah Pacheco went to the Lions. Who did something big? Vikings. Kyler Murray. Oh, Tua went to the Falcons.
Oh.
That's who we're forgetting.
Oh yeah.
You know what? That's a good move for them. That's a good move for the Falcons. Say what you want about Tua. They got two left-handed quarterbacks on that team now. They got Penix. They can build around a left-handed quarterback now. Kirk,
Oh.
thank you for your services in Atlanta. I think Tua's still a serviceable quarterback. I still think he's top 20 in the league, quarterback-wise.
Give Kirk O'Chains his job back.
Kirk O'Chains can go to New York or something. I don't care. But I think Tua can genuinely lead Atlanta to the playoffs.
Atlanta to the playoffs.
Because Atlanta has the talent. Tua, if he can stay healthy, can lead.
That's the biggest if.
He's finally got a fresh start. He finally got a fresh start with a bunch of talent around him. Like, I think he can do it.
Just as long as he has a line to protect him, they can make a playoff run.
I think they have the talent. I genuinely think they have the talent around him. They have the line around him. They give him a decent scheme. Like, they already have the scheme for a left-handed quarterback. It's not like he's going to jump into it. You can train Michael Penix to be a great lefty, too.
But, like, the thing is, like, Michael Penix is at the age where, like, he should be ready.
He's not very good. I don't think he was going to be good from the start. He's just not good. Should have never been picked at 8 overall.
He was picked way too high.
And it wasn't like a team that needed him necessarily.
It made no sense.
He shows flashes, but his knees are like made of not rubber, ash maybe. Like he's got some old ass knees.
Well, he's like 30 years old at this point.
And basically, but I think Tua is the good fit for Atlanta.
Yeah. No, I hope Tua does well.
I think he's going to do well. You heard it here first. Tua Tagovailoa is going to have a top 5 MVP. Like he's going to be top 5 in the MVP voting. He's going to lead Atlanta to the playoffs. I don't know how far in the playoffs because that division's trash. But he's going to have a 10-win season in Atlanta. You heard it here first.
10-win season in Atlanta.
They have the talent. They needed a quarterback, and I think that they got their quarterback.
But like everyone said the same thing when they got Kirk.
No, I don't think Kirk is as good as Tua. Like especially in this stage in Tua's career, like he should be entering his prime theoretically.
Should be.
I think if you keep him healthy, you give him the actual talent. Like it's not like Tyreek Hill talent because he's a cancer. And like he had Hill, he had Hill and Waddle, but like when was Hill healthy, and when was Hill not a headache to deal with?
Yeah.
And Waddle, for how good he isn't. Like he can't perform on his own. He needs something around him.
But I think the problem with Waddle is like there was so much just going on that team.
You forgot about him so often.
Yeah.
And it's just like, hey, you're in a good environment now.
I think like he's between Tua and Waddle, like I think he will have a better experience in this new environment than Tua will. Like I hope Tua does well, but I feel like Waddle will have a lot more success as a player in Denver.
Yeah, there's not going to be as much pressure to perform for Waddle. Like, yeah, you have to perform still, but you still have a lot of pieces around. It's not like you're going to be the sole wide receiver that.
And also, it's like the Denver offense is not the focal point of that team.
No, it's the defense. Like, yeah, you can go put up if you drop 1,000 yards next season, you're going to be a hero.
Yeah,
you're generally going to be a hero for this team.
Because like in Miami, it was you need to drop 2,000 yards or we're not going to win any games.
Exactly. Like, you need to make Tua look good.
Yeah.
No, like Bo looks decent already. Like you just need to make him look slightly better. Not that much pressure. Like for Tua, you get a good team already.
Yeah.
I think the Falcons are legitimately a good team. You got to win with this team, or your career's done. Like you're genuinely like it's not like Waddle where you already were sought out. Like he was worth a first, late first, but still a first. Tua, you're on your last legs. You're in the UFL, buddy.
Yeah. Not like just like if it doesn't work out, I don't think anybody would be like maybe a little sad to see him retire, but everyone would be like, yeah, we understand.
Give it time. You made your money.
Yeah.
Finally, end it. Why not? He got his big deal for Miami. He can play league minimum now. I don't think he retires. I think he sticks around as a clipboard guy.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, as a player himself playing football,
he's on the outside looking in right now. But I still think he's going to be good in Atlanta. I
hope so.
I think that division, the NFC South, is going to be good this year. I think Tampa Bay is going to be decent again. I like Tyler Shuck. We getting shucked tonight? We getting shucked? I love that song so much. That made me a Tyler Shuck believer. And the Falcons are going to be good. And you know what? I think it's going to be a 3-headed race for that division. Panthers are, I don't know. I feel
maybe
Panthers.
They'll wake up.
I think they're going to be decent again. I don't know how good they're going to be, but
Jacksonville Jaguars, please, guys, do something.
The division's still shaky to say the least. Like the Colts, I don't think the Colts are cooked. The Colts are so cooked. Texans, their defense is really good. CJ Stroud's a terrorist.
Like it's so crazy to me how he had such a good rookie season. Everyone was like, "This is the guy.
This is the future." No, he's not good. And then the Titans are still rebuilding.
Just the Titans.
They're gonna win 6 games. I think they're gonna take a step forward, but for them, anything's a step forward.
Yeah, there's like you can't really go much further down at this point.
No, you have to be generationally garbage to go that further down. I don't think Cam Ward is that bad.
No. Like, and I feel bad for Cam Ward because he makes the right plays. Like, I think he's a good quarterback, but he's just been so overlooked.
He has to do so much in that, like, you have to play the best game of your career to even win a game.
Yeah.
If you play average, your team's game blown out.
Yeah.
He has to like overperform as a rookie, and that's why he got into a bit of trouble. But he showed flashes, he showed consistency, and I think if you give him something around him, like anything around him, he'll be good. And they're gonna take a step forward as the Titans. But overall, I'm excited. The draft is soon. Finally get some football back into us because it's been a lull. Even though sports world going absolutely berserk. Every week we got something like crazy to talk about. It's been
M83.
They're keeping my content going. We love that. We love that.
It's been very fun.
All right. I think that's going to do it. We've
Yep.
gone deep. We covered about the entire sports world. That's been it. That's been Golden Bold episode, I think 9 of the year.
Somewhere around there.
Who cares?
Close.
I've been Nathan Pagliaroli alongside Tanner Silberman. That's been Gold and Bold.